Hey guys, welcome back to Cutting Edge EDC. Some of you may or may not have noticed, but it has been a while since I did a video. Just life, work, family, that sort of thing, chasing kids around. YouTube just hasn't quite made the cut for a piece of my time for a while. But the good news is I have a bad case of the flu, as you might be able to tell from the sound of my voice. And so now I've got a little bit of time to make a video or two. So the first thing I wanted to do was do a quick spotlight on what has become my favorite knife maker, and I'm proud to say has also become a good friend of mine, which is Aaron Bieber. Excellent guy, right off the top. He's a good guy to know, and he knows how to make a fine knife. So I'm just gonna kind of go through these one by one and take a couple minutes to talk about each one of these knives. We're gonna start with the one that is my daily carry. When I say daily, I mean like every single day. This thing stays on my belt. I should have brought the sheaths. Down here to show those, but I didn't. But this one does come in a scout carry sheath. I keep it on my belt every day. It really only leaves my belt when I'm changing my pants or when I'm using it, which is actually pretty frequently. The ergonomics on this knife are absolutely outstanding. I mean, the way this fits into the hand, and really the ergonomics are second to none for anything that I've carried before. And when I got this knife, I was pretty interested in sort of the idea of carrying a fixed blade at all times, but I had tried a couple other small fixed blades. And the issue that I was running into was just that they weren't really comfortable to hold in my hand. There are a lot of small fixed blades on the market that sort of look nice, but there's two problems that I was running into, which was sort of, it seems like a lot of the fixed blades are kind of like budget options, and so quality might suffer a little bit, and then also the ergonomics just weren't quite right on a lot of the small fixed blades that I had tried out. And I picked up this one at Blade Show Atlanta, and when I held this in my hand, I was sold. Absolutely. It completely locks into your hand. This wrap on the handle is the perfect thickness, and it is it's epoxy coated, so super tough. It's a fabric wrap, but as far as toughness, I mean, it's going to be up there with G10 micarta. It is absolutely a sturdy material. Very comfortable in hand, super grippy. There's a reason that that wrapped handles have been around for so long. I mean, it's a fantastic way to finish a handle, and that one just absolutely locks in there. The blade steel on this is Magna Cut, and it's 63 to 64 HRC. Absolutely phenomenal edge retention. You'll excuse me if I maybe embellish or exaggerate some things, but I promise you I'm not exaggerating this. This knife has the best edge retention of anything I've ever owned. I've been carrying it for the better part of a year, every day, using it daily, and I've sharpened it 2 or 3 times. It takes an absolutely wicked edge, and it holds an edge just unlike anything else that I own. When it comes to cutting, this knife is just phenomenal. As far as the blade geometry goes, you've got that nice flat grind that comes up all the way to this beautifully done hollow swedge. The looks of this knife are outstanding, but when it comes to actually using it as a tool is, I mean, where it just really shines. This is a phenomenal tool, and Aaron does a great job of making these functional pieces of art. It's beautiful to look at, but as beautiful as it is, it's even better as a tool. Just a phenomenal piece of EDC gear right there. We will move on to, I guess I'll kind of show these at the same time since they're sort of a set. We have got the NXS Rage and the Nexum Rage. Rage because of those absolutely insane serrations. I mean, those are, to the best of my knowledge, the most aggressive serrations ever. I don't know that for a fact, but they're certainly, they certainly are in a class of their own. And again, you can see these handle shapes. They're pretty similar to the 302. They at least retain some of those similar characteristics, and they just absolutely lock into your hand. When it comes to ergonomics, Aaron really understands how to make a knife that fits into your hand nicely. It is all about the shape of the handle, the way that that locks into your hand. Now I've got another set of scales for these that are G10, and they're a frag pattern G10, and that sort of ups the grit factor on these. But even with these smooth carbon fiber scales, the shape of that handle just really locks it into your hand to the point where that's not just going to slip out of there. Another cool thing, I don't know if this is going to show up on camera, about these scales is they're not just carbon fiber, but they also glow in the dark. I don't really know that that's going to show. I got a window here that's letting too much light in, but those are glow in the dark carbon fiber scales, which is pretty neat. So you can tell these are a little bit scratched up and the finish is sort of worn. It's because I use these things. I mean, they're absolutely phenomenal tools. And I'll try to put in a little clip of sliced through a bottle of this one, and it went through it like butter. I mean, there's really nothing that's going to stop that absolutely insanely sharp serrated blade from slicing through anything. Top notch. This is another one. I've carried this one a good bit. It is a good size for EDC, and you've got that double edge. This one is serrated. Now he also sells these sort of the non-Rage version that don't have the serrations. But this is the NXS and the Nexum, and these are phenomenal knives. Again, in Magna Cut, the same kind of edge retention that you get from the 302, just absolutely phenomenal edge retention. The heat treat on these is second to none. The fit and finish, likewise, is just absolutely top notch. The way everything just flows together. The edges are all beveled perfectly. Everything is smooth. There's really no part of any of these knives that has been overlooked. The guy just does an absolutely great job. His attention to detail is perfect in my estimation. And last but not least, this is my most recent acquisition of his. I got this from another buddy of mine, Jim. Thank you very much for allowing me to liberate this one from your collection. This is sort of the crown jewel of my collection to date. This one, I think Aaron called it just the Quaken. Jim called it the Steaklord, and I like that name better, so I call this one the Steaklord, the Aaron Bieber Steaklord. And just look at the finish on that. This burl handle is just absolutely insane. Top-notch quality. The materials are the highest quality, and again, that attention to detail, the fit and finish are just second to none. Now, this one, you're not really going to notice any scratches or signs of use on this one. This is absolutely a safe queen. I'm not going to be taking this one out in the field to cut up a deer or anything like that. But I do like to look at it, and it came with this beautiful stand, and the stand is as pretty as the knife itself. The anodized, I love the anodized hardware. It's just a nice little pop of color to set off that burl really nicely. Like I said, Aaron's attention to detail and his grinds are, I mean, just absolutely flawless. The guy does a great job. I would encourage you to keep an eye on Aaron's social media. That's where you probably stand your best chance of picking up one of his knives. I'll be sure to put a link to his Instagram in the description under this video. But I would encourage you to go check out Aaron's work and to keep an eye on his social media, and at your first available opportunity, snag one of his knives. Especially, I would recommend, if you can only get one, get the 302. You will not regret it. Absolutely top-notch EDC carry. I'll lay these all out one more time for us to look at. So be sure to go check out Aaron. All right, that is going to do it for this video, this little maker's spotlight. And I'll try to get another video posted up soon. Maybe I'll shoot another one today. But in the meantime, have a good one. Thanks for watching.